Hello, welcome. I Nirmala Rawat welcome you to my YouTube channel. Please let me know your views on today's part, as the information provided today must be unknown to most of you. A quick recap. Soma narrated sage Devahuti's appearance and her transmitting memories to Mata. Moving on to part 6, chapter 14. Soma continues. Sage Devahuti had 9 daughters. One of Devahuti's daughters, Sage Khyati, had a gentle and kind disposition, and her vision was fully opened to the inner worlds. Narayani had deep affection for her and guided her on how to enter the higher, subtle realms. After Sage Khyati's marriage to Rishi Bhrigu, they appeared in the celestial realm of Vaikuntha to seek Narayani's assistance in bringing certain knowledge to the human realm. During their discourse, Sage Khyati was as taken with the wisdom of Narayani as Sage Bhrigu was with her beauty. The desire to have Narayani be born as her daughter entered Khyati's mind, but she was far too modest to ever suggest such a thing. Sensing his wife's desire, Sage Bhrigu entreated the Devi to be born to them for the good of the human world. She agreed, but only after Narayan assured her that he would bring her back to Vaikuntha at the right moment. And so Narayani, also known as Shri or Mahalakshmi, was born as the wise and beautiful Bhargavi. In her descent into the human world, she retained much knowledge that she later shared with Sage Bhrigu, guiding her father in understanding how the stellar bodies impact all beings in the physical realm. Later, he was able to develop the system of predictive astrology based on this knowledge. Sage Bhrigu had a second wife named Usana, who was the mother of Shukracharya, a learned sage and guru to the Asurs. During that time, there was a great battle between the Devas and the Asurs over control of the physical realm. Many of the Asurs had been destroyed, but a brutal band of them sought refuge with Usana. Seeing her son's disciples in such disarray, she granted them refuge. The Devas soon came to her and asked her to allow them entry, but she refused, saying she had given her word to her son's disciples to protect them. As Narayan was on his way to bring Narayani back to the celestial realm, he heard the argument between the Devas and Usana. He appeared and cautioned her to let the battle take place come what may. He said, "Those who uphold Dharma will succeed as it should be. Do not stand in the way." But Usana refused, saying she had given her word. To go against one's word is unfortunate, but to go against Dharma is a far greater misdeed. One must weigh the outcome of this too and use discrimination. Narayan advised Usana in a calm voice, "I urge you to allow the Devas to fulfill their function. It is for the protection of the human world." Usana was adamant, which placed Narayan in a difficult position. Bhargavi arrived just then. Seeing the plight, she went to Usana and pleaded, "Ma, you will lose your life if you don't retreat. I will release you from the pledge you have given to the Asur, who have brutally killed many people. You should not stand in the way of justice being fulfilled." Seeing that there was no way out of her plight, Usana looked at Narayan and pleaded, "Prabhu, it is my time to leave this physical form, and it is my desire to live by your hands. Please help me out of this difficult position. I cannot go against my word, and I do not wish to impede Dharma from being fulfilled. I surrender myself to you." At that moment, Narayan reached down and gently lifted her spirit from her body, freeing her from the pain of inaction. Narayan then stepped back and allowed the Devas to slaughter the Asurs. When the masquerade was done and the Devas had fled, Sage Bhrigu came out of meditation. Arriving at the scene and seeing his dead wife, he broke down and sobbed, calling out to the skies, "Whoever has done this, I curse him, that he too will know the pain of separation from his beloved." The sky cracked open at the sound of his curse. So intense was the voice in which the words were spoken, as Sage Bhrigu had just returned from meditation and his spiritual powers had been heightened through his tapasya. Narayan stepped out of the shadows and, feeling Sage Bhrigu's suffering, said, "I take your pain unto myself and accept your curse, Sage." Realizing what he had done, he fell at Narayan's feet and cried, "No, no, I did not realize it was you, Prabhu. Please help me revoke this curse." Gently lifting him, Narayan said, "I will ease your pain and take it into my own heart at some future time when Narayani and I are both in human form." Bhargavi, distraught over her father's agony, looked gratefully at Narayan. Gladly would she take from her father the suffering that had fallen upon him. Brought out of her meditations by the curse that had reverberated through the three worlds, Sage Khyati, Bhrigu's first wife, hurried to the spot where they were gathered. Realizing what had just taken place, she chastised her husband and said, "In cursing Narayan, you have also cursed your daughter. What father would do this?" It then hit Sage Bhrigu that Narayan's separation from his wife would mean equal pain for his daughter. Taking her in his arms, he begged forgiveness and again asked that the curse be retracted. "A sage's curse cannot be undone," replied Narayan gently. "But it can be softened," said Sage Khyati. "Let it be a partial separation, and let it manifest at a time of your choosing when it will benefit the world. When the time is right, as you have spoken, it will come to pass," replied Narayan. Then turning to Bhargavi, he motioned to her, "Come, it's time for our return." Bhargavi knelt at the feet of Sage Bhrigu and Sage Khyati. Her mother lifted her and privately counseled her. There was a time when a rishi's curse was needed to help carry out the law of cause and effect. It is no longer so. The time for such denunciations is passing. May you one day take away this power, lest in the declining ages it be misused. Gazing into her mother's eyes, Bhargavi nodded and then assumed her true form as she and Narayan departed. Thank you. Thank you all for listening. Please watch complete video. And as requested earlier, please let me know your views on this part. Have a great day. Jai Shri Ram.